Hello guys. I'm Aries. Thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm happy to share the new operator skills after updates to Season 3. Previous Season 2 was a lot of people using Sparrow, but now, it's just a few because they nerf. They speed up the time once you use the Sparrow. Unlike the War Machine, correct me if I'm wrong, they do not change the War Machine, it's the same as before. But mind you guys, not all updates in Season 3 are all in the patch note they released. There are updates that they haven't put in, and we don't know that the War Machine is slowly changing. If you notice when a Ferg has an opinion on his channel, I think it's just Ferg's opinion that Activision always follows. We all have own opinion, they need to listen to us too. As he said, the Sparrow needs to nerf because it's OP and Activision follow that, so they just nerfed the Sparrow. Sparrow was the best operator skill in Season 2 but not anymore. For more info, this special weapon is very good to use. It shoots out explosive grenade that deal damage to multiple enemy, and it also has good range. War Machine can eliminate up to 3 enemy if they stay close to each other when the grenade hit. In general, the specialist took 3 to 4 minutes to fully charge, then you can use to eliminate multiple enemy easily. War Machine is generally the best operator skill in COD Mobile, especially after the Sparrow nerf in Season 3. Operator skill charge times are also accelerated by earning score through taking down enemies and completing in-game objectives. The War Machine payload travels in an arc towards targets, with direct hits being an instant kill and explosions within a few feet also typically resulting in a knockout. Firing a War Machine towards a group of enemies is a solid idea, as these explosives are deadly enough to take out a handful of enemies at once. Another option is to aim these grenades at explosive objects, such as cars or flammable barrels, that are near enemies. If done correctly, the War Machine will set off these explosives and send unaware hostile forces flying. The War Machine is that its damage is treated as explosive, so enemies wearing a flak jacket will have a bit more protection against these grenades. Keep this in mind when using the War Machine and be prepared to use a few extra grenades on those wearing a flak jacket. It's a good idea to use this operator skill to those who have never used it better than a Sparrow. I recommend that you use it because it will take longer. I'm disappointed that they have weakened the Sparrow since the release of the Sparrow. I use Sparrow because it is so strong. Because now you only have to use 3 to 4 times because it runs out fast. So it is best if you use a Sparrow with many or near from enemies to get more kills. The War Machine gives players access to a multiple grenade launcher. Each grenade explodes on impact and can kill multiple enemies in one shot. However, the grenades arc over a distance, and hitting enemies at a distance can be a challenge. Further, it is possible to blow yourself up if you are not careful. In a multiplayer match, it will charge up slowly over time and light up when ready. You can activate it by tapping the icon on the right side of the screen. Operator skill will charge faster when you an enemy or finish an objective. Your operator skill only lasts for a limited amount of time after being activated, so make sure to make the most out of it. It has magazine size of 6. An accurate hit and you will be able to bring any player in the affected area down, making War Machine an extremely strong weapon. However, the trajectory of grenades won't be a straight line but an arc, so you will have to aim higher at far distance in order to hit. It might take you some time to use it correctly. War Machine operator skill unlocks at level 26. If you can find a few enemies clumped up around an objective, go in with the War Machine and you will be surprised to see it in action. It is considered to be one of the strongest score streaks in the game, due to each grenade being capable of one-hit kills. However, flak jacket users are highly resistant to the explosives, usually requiring 3 hits. Since a multiplayer patch, the War Machine is no longer automatically reloaded every time the player dies. In ideal situations, a player could utilize the bouncing grenades to score constant multi-kills in a small environment, providing large score boosts. If the grenade hits a surface instead of an enemy, it will break down into 3 smaller grenades, which will slightly bounce then explode on impact. If any of the grenades impact on an enemy, it is an instant kill, and the 3 smaller grenades also deal high splash damage, making the War Machine devastating in close to medium range. It is most useful in objective-based game modes as enemies tend to group around objectives, allowing the player to quickly clear out large groups of enemies. If the player bounces the grenades off a wall and it hits an enemy, their arms and legs will immediately be blown off and splatter blood. Operator skill is a unique feature of Call of Duty and an important factor in every multiplayer match. It allows players to use a powerful special weapon that might change the tide of a battle. Players can equip one operator skill in their loadout. You can only use operator skills in regular multiplayer. They aren't available in Battle Royale or Zombies. While in a multiplayer game, operator skills charge up over time. Operator skills charge up faster depending on how much score you earn. You earn score by defeating enemies and completing objectives. These weapons are extremely useful, dealing tons of damage and giving you an insane advantage in the game, but they don't last forever. You can use them multiple times during a match and you have full control over them and when to activate them, but it's best to do so sooner rather than later, in order to reset them and start working on re-enabling them again. Again, this is a weapon that can prove extremely efficient in specific situations, but it can become quickly a complete waste if, for example, you have too much of an open space and enemies are scattered around. But if you are lucky enough to have your opponents nicely grouped together in confined spaces, then the War Machine will make you very happy. The War Machine could also be a real beast in the right hands, but you depend a lot on the type of map and placement of your opponents. What do you think though? Is the War Machine the best operator skill in the game at the moment, or you have better luck with a different one? Let us know by sharing your thoughts in the comment section below. That's all guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and also turn on the notification bell button to keep you updated whenever I upload. This is Aries and I'm out.
Lost the lead. Friendly Predator missile inbound. It's too close. Fight harder. Taking the lead.
Enemy inside!
Tied for the lead. Taking the lead. VTOL on standby. Lost the lead. Be advised, hostile hunter killer drone inbound. VTOL inbound. Tied for the lead. Taking the lead. Hostile hunter killer drone inbound. Heads up. Enemy UAV spotted. Hunter killer drone deployed. Counter UAV online. Predator missile on standby. UAV recon standing by. Repeat, UAV missile inbound. Hostile VTOL inbound. Predator missile awaiting orders. Friendly Predator missile inbound. Heads up, team. Enemy UAV spotted. Stealth chopper inbound. UAV recon standing by. UAV recon. Bring it up, squad. Hostile Predator missile inbound. Hostile stealth chopper inbound. Stealth chopper inbound. Be advised. Hostile Predator missile inbound. Be advised. UAV online. UAV recon ready for deployment. Hunter killer drone deployed. UAV online. Losing A.